The first thought is that, why do people target certain fandoms with their opinions? I watched an unpopular K-pop opinions video that's supposed to be controversial, and their first opinion was about Lisa's solo career flopping or something, and they only put that opinion first because they know Blinks will watch the video, and that Blinks get irritated easily, and that if you are a toxic Blink and you don't wanna hear any hate to Blackpink, then you get off my video, my page and block me, and I really don't care because I'm just sharing my opinions. I just felt so weird hearing that, because like why are we purposefully wanting to target and make certain fandoms mad with our opinions? Why aren't we trying to just share opinions because we have opinions instead of sharing opinions because we know that these opinions will trigger a certain someone? K-pop opinions or any opinions for that matter are supposed to be shared because we have thoughts on different subjects. We need to stop sharing opinions simply because we want to make people mad with them or because we know someone will get mad and write an ugly comment because we triggered them. Maybe you shouldn't be sharing opinions if you're only doing it for the shock value. I mean, yes, regardless, your video will generate a response and people may get mad, like toxic Blinks with the Lisa opinion, but just share genuine opinions because is it that hard? The next thought is that, when I see people dislike Stray Kids' music, I mostly see it as them hating or disliking Stray Kids' music because they see Stray Kids as noise. I'm not super into Stray Kids, but Stray Kids is not all noise. Take that from me because I'm not a huge fan of Stray Kids' noise music and noise music in general and will only like it if I find it good, but I have 51 songs saved to my Spotify playlist and a lot of the songs I saved are because they're noiseless music that won't hurt your ears. Stray Kids make a lot of noiseless music, and if you label them as noise which leads to the reason that you don't like them, then you're crazy tbh, simply because you probably only look at their title tracks which is not a clear look into their music. They have other MV tracks too like videos or special videos of some of their B-sides, and there are some noiseless tracks that get these videos made for them too. People need to understand that no group can ever be just noise, because even with the groups that release music or focus on music that could come off as noisy or come off as anything that you hate a group for, that's not the only music they release. If you think Stray Kids are just noise, you're not judging them properly based on their discography. You're only judging them from a few of their title tracks which you use to back up your opinions on. I don't like Stray Kids because they're noise, but it's just half of the truth. They release noise, but it's not all that they release. Check out their discography first before doing half-assed research on their music and then calling them noise based on a small portion of their otherwise vast discography released since 2018. Also, I did find a K-tuber I watched who when they made the opinion of Stray Kids being noise or something similar, I commented on their video and they asked for some recommendations. They were super mature in their response, so this opinion is not targeting them or any other mature K-pop YouTubers who make opinions like these, but if you tell them otherwise, they'll reply back maturely and will listen to you. This is only targeting the dumb immature K-tubers who don't care. The next thought is that, I got recommended a video by a YouTuber named Fregent, and it was titled The Cheapest K-pop Group, talking about Q6 and them being the smallest budget that he saw. Just to be clear again, that this is not a hate to Fregent since he didn't say anything wrong, I'm just sharing thoughts on this. So as a Nugu expert myself, in relations to him saying, the lowest budget group I've ever seen, that may be true compared to what groups he has seen, but in reality Q6 are not the cheapest, lowest budget group out there. There are other groups who are in the same boat as Q6 with their low budgets, low quality music and smaller budget low quality MVs, some more cheaper than Q6, some less cheaper, but are still cheap. We have groups like Dustin, New A, Hi Cutie, Flow Sister, Future Idol groups, Betch, Refiners and others. My point is that Q6 may be the lowest budget group he's ever seen, but they're actually not, and someone else definitely exists who are even cheaper, having a low quality song with no MV, which I find that it would be more cheaper or lower budget than Q6. The next thought is that, similar to the previous opinion in my last unpopular K-pop opinions video about Nugu group disbandments and idols not getting lines in songs because the group disbands too soon, another thing that's sad is when a group debuts only to disband after debut or after their first comeback, but the only songs they release are poor quality. Examples: Refiners' Tell Me Love. It's so sad, because these idols debut under these companies who make such garbage music, and the possibly talented idol or group has their potential wasted because of the garbage music and not getting to fully show their talent due to disbandments that happen really fast. It's just so annoying that companies can't make good music. And another thing saddening about this is that if the group or some members of the group are talented, we may never know because they disband too soon without having any live performances, or maybe they do have live performances, but they're not live all the time, and are lip-synced for all the ones you find, whether officially performed on Music Bank, Inkigayo, Simply Kpop, etc., or whether it's some performance at a festival or university or something and you watch fancams of the live performance, but nothing from both these types of live performances are live. It's just sad and angering to see these idols not being able to show anything because they debut only to disband or disband after the first comeback, and also being forgotten if they only have 1 to 2 songs in their whole discography that are badly made or uninteresting, and so there's nothing to remember them by except for the bad music or boring music that, unless you actually like the songs, they're just a group that exists to you and others. The last thought is that people talk about how K-pop groups should experiment more. I know I did, I think. I don't remember, but will the experimentation really sit well with K-pop stans? Because if a group experiments more and it's not done well, and it's not received well, people will start saying they fell off or something, if they are popular, simply because of the new music not being as good. I can understand wanting groups to try something new, but what if trying something new ends up for the worse and leads the group's comeback to be hated on by people? Experimentation can only be done by groups right who can fit the sound and concept and music they're experimenting with, and it can only be done right by companies who know what type of sound to make the group experiment with, and also a company who can make the song sound good and make it work. You want groups to experiment or maybe be diverse or something, but not every group and every company can do that or try something new, and maybe sticking to what they do originally is probably for the better.